Getting doubt about. That's what's shining down your throat. Hey, good morning. You look sharp in this gray suit. Thank you. Thank you very much. Happy Monday here today. Wow, we're making highs of the highs here again today. Okay, let's do this here. Beautiful. This is good. And wow, first thing in the morning, I'm getting calls about invoices today. Wow, man, this is running way more than I expected it to run. Gold over here. Making highs of the highs over here, man. Whoever's in these buys here, congratulations. You are on the winning team. Nice impulse entry. Thank you. This was a very good impulse entry. Was very happy about this. I took this entry while I was in the car. While I was parking my car in the parking lot. And I was like, man, I'm going to be late because I have to make tea. And then I have to start the live stream. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to wait for the live stream. I'm just going to execute it. I want to take the same entry, but I wait for the live stream. Didn't the market already move 200 pips? So could we take an impulse trade from there? Yep. Based on how I have seen price move on gold when we make all-time highs, man, it's wild. It's wild. Like you look at anytime gold has made an all-time high, you will realize that gold has continued to move a lot. Anytime it has made an all-time high. Anytime. Where is this? All right, where's this magic keys? Man, wow. This battery is dead. Wow, battery is dead. My magic keys battery is dead. What do I do? Is this a charger? No. Yeah, magic keys battery is dead. Oh, wow, look at that. 70, 80 pips. Beautiful. Let's take a look at this over here. This chart is... What is this chart? This chart is still loading. Okay, wow, nice one. Beautiful. Look at that buys over there. Nice one. Very nice. We're running at about 74, 73. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to close another 50% market order. Close, let's say like 5 lots and let the rest run in. Wow, it's at 80 pips at this point. 86, 85. I wonder if we can get up to 100 pips on this position. I think that's going to be great. All right, there we go. Close another. So I opened up total 69 lots. Okay, and now who are not in the trade? Should we wait for new structure? Yes. It's always going to be important to wait for a new structure now at this point. It's going to be very important to wait for new structure. Because if you're not in this trade, you're definitely waiting for new structure to form. 50 pips broke. I tried sending you a screenshot on Instagram, but it won't allow. Oh, that's funny. I'm in at 35.96. Beautiful. Man, look at this thing just roar. Gold is just roaring out of here. Didn't took that impulse because market already add this to the journal. Yes, that's going to be great. I used to miss that as well because, you know, like price would move a lot on gold. And then I'd be like, well, you know, I'm just too late. But I saw this happen over and over and over again. So, you know, that's where the confidence basically comes in. Wow, look at this. Total pips, 89, 89. Are we going to tap 100 pips? Did you take this trade? Are you blind? But oh man, look at that. Will we get to 100 over here? Will we tap into 36, 36.10? 36.08, 36.08. Can we tap into 36.10? 36.10 before the minute candle closes right over here. 42, 15 seconds over here. 36.10, 36.08, 36.08, 50, 36.09 and 36.10. 36.10 will get up to 100 pips over here. 36.10. Just minor retracement over here now. Your view on GJ. Let me take a look at pound yen over here. Okay, let's take a look at pound yen. Wow, pound yen had a gap. Pound yen had a gap. Are we tapping 36.10? I just want to make sure we tap into 36.10. 36.10 is where I will close everything, because 36.10 seems like a okay level, you know. So okay. So we had a gap on pound yen. I guess this is the support we formed on pound yen. At the same time, oh, we are tapping into 36.10. 36.10, 36, 36, 36.09. We got 100 pips. Close this right over here. Beautiful. 36.10 coming up in like 5 pips. 5 small pips. 36.10 we will tap, and I think from 36.10 we should start to retrace. I don't know, because whenever gold makes all-time highs, it goes up to increments of $5, right? So look, from 3600 went up to 3605, from 3605 went up to 3610. So every increment of $5 is where you're going to see gold will tap into, and then there's going to be some sort of retracement. So when I say there's going to be some sort of a retracement, I'm not saying that that's where you should be taking a sell, but you should keep that in mind. We've tapped into 3610 there. Yeah, this was an amazing impulse entry. All right, let's take a look at pound yen. Pound yen, we got the support. We have this resistance. Now, since there was a gap on pound yen, one thing you need to identify on pound yen is that maybe over the weekend, we broke above this minor zone to continue to push up. Let's take a look on the 30-minute time frame here. Yeah, I think if we're going to continue to break below this support, we need to see a break and close, because we don't know whether we will reject from here or we will continue to push down. We just don't know that. So you need some sort of a scenario like this on pound yen, where you got the candle. Let's take a look. Where you got the candle that closes above this resistance, and next one wicks down, breaks the high to continue to push up. If you guys were on the simulation session this Sunday, we talked a lot about candle wicking down and then continue to push up. And that's exactly what happened right over here. We wicked down and then we continue to push up. So same thing you want right over here in pound yen. You want this candle to close. Next candle, you want it to wick up and then continue to push down. I had a sell on gold and I'm in a loss. So, blueberry market scam किया मेरे साथ funded हो गया but sell नहीं कर पा रहा. Wow. Move over to Dominion markets then, if there's a problem. I got news for you. I have my nikah in 2 days. Please make dua for Ya Allah Faizan. Faizan is about to start his new life as a married man. He's about to start his new life. They both are my students, and I hope that this new life will be great for you. I hope. I hope you find happiness. So yeah, we're gonna see over here. 36.10. Are we gonna retrace from this $5 increment or not? This is just something that I'm gonna make a note of. You know, it's not like let's get ready to take a sell, but just going to make a note of that. Not bad. 69 lots. Secured over here, and then closed right up over here. Should we hold if we are in a buy position? I closed everything. I'm not sure about your buy position, but I closed everything. But man, this was just so wild, the way we broke above and created an impulse entry scenario. Price wick down, broke above the high, and then we continued to push up. This is incredible. Everyone here, oh, some guy booked 95 pips. Beautiful. On a Monday. On a Monday, how insane is this? First thing on a Monday. I wonder what the rest of the day is going to bring, but I think it's important to wait for some sort of a structure or something. How to manage the trade if it has broken the highs, where to close. Just have a plan. Just have a plan to see where you're going to close. My entry had to be right here, but it didn't wick up. So yeah, let's take a look at this. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see that. I see that. But here's the thing. So you will see a lot of times where the candle will continue to break the low and continue to push down without making a top wick. Okay, now stay with me. You will see that happen a lot of times, that's going to happen. And then a point is going to come where you're going to be like so sick and tired of just missing the trade because we're not waking up, that one day you're going to say that, okay, you know what? I'm just going to go with like a small lot size and I'm going to see what happens. Right? And as it's going to break the low, you will enter with a small lot size and price will continue to move and you're going to say, oh, wow. Oh, wow. I don't have to wait for a candle to wake up. And then you're going to start to explain to yourself that in some situations, it's not important to wait for the candle to wake up. Now, I can't tell you what those situations are because you need to really understand it yourself. You need to create that experience, that intuition in you to really identify that, okay, maybe this is where I don't have to wait for the candle to wake up. For example, we had market open, right? We had London open, a lot of volume comes in. We broke the low. We got clean range. Hey, maybe there's a probability we may not wake up. You know, or even if I have a stop loss here, 23 pips, and if we don't wake up, that's fine. You know, so that's where you get that intuition. You know, like sometimes guys can ask that, okay, well, Raja, like, when can you not wait for a candle to wake up? That's a very broad question. When should you not wait for the candle to wake up? That's very broad. You know, that's something you learn with time and with experience. Lose the confidence of what to do, nothing, come back tomorrow. I want to be a student. What's the fee structure and how to contact? Well, you just failed right there. You failed right there. Where are you with that leaderboard challenge? To be honest, I'm maybe 1% up on the leaderboard challenge. Maybe 1% up. Something like that. On the leaderboard challenge. Yeah. Close 80%, 100 pips, letting rest ride. Beautiful. Close 80%. Amazing. सर पाकिस्तान से हूँ सर, हमें इंग्लिश की समझ नहीं आती, आप यूट्यूब पे उर्दू लैंग्वेज में भी लर्निंग कॉन्टेंट बता सकते हैं. So, you know, there are a lot of people contact me saying that we don't understand English. Can you help us? If you don't know English, your options in life are very limited to be successful. I'll say that right now. It's very, 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 very limited if you don't know English. That's, I think, the prerequisite of being successful in life is to understand and know English. आपको इंग्लिश नहीं आती तो यार मतलब क्या सीन है भाई, स्कूल नहीं गए, कॉलेज, यूनिवर्सिटी. In Market Fluidity course, as you mentioned, to secure 15 to 20 pips and rest 90% run, but if the stop loss is 30 to 40 pips, what shall we do? We wait for target to 1 when it reaches 30 pips? No. Sometimes what's going to happen is that you'll be able to secure 15 to 20 pips, but your stop loss is going to be, you know, like 30 pips, 40 pips. That's fine, because if you know how to manage your risk, then you're not going to have a problem with having a 30 to 40 pip stop loss. Because if you're managing risk, you're still going to be able to lose 1-to-1. If you know what I mean. If you can win 1-to-1, you can lose 1-to-1 as well. So just know how to manage risk. Cut your losses short, close 50%, take some losses off the table so you are much more confident. Is it worth to get Market Edge AI? I think Market Edge AI is a very, very good tool. I think Market Edge AI is very, very good tool. But man, I wonder what's going to happen after this over here now, as we continue to push up. We are making resistance in GBP USD, so maybe sells after a lower low. Nisarga, I want to ask you, what pair are you mostly focused on? Gold, pound yen, pound USD? What is it? I think buys is going to be way better above 1.35, 207. Buys will be nice if we break above this area. Only three? No, 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 no three. No three. One. Keep a primary pair one and the secondary pair which you just take a look at, but you don't focus on that. Focus on just one and have a side pair just for you to look at. That's it. Because if you're going to be focused on three, you may miss a move on one which you were waiting for because you were focused on the other two. That's something that used to happen to me a lot. So I would suggest just focus on one and keep the other one, the second one, as a side piece. Oh wow, look at that. So we closed below the support. Candle is wicking up. If we break the low on pound yen, I think we can continue to push down. This is something we did in the simulation session this Sunday. We looked at these few things. Oh man, I gotta lose like 2-3 kilos before the expo. I think I can lose 2-3 kilos in what? 1 week? 1 week? Just eat less. You guys want to know the best way to lose weight? Just eat less. That's it. I have a lot of things to do today. I have this live stream, then I have a meeting, then I have to buy a gift for my buddy. He's helped me in business a lot. So I'm going to buy him a Rolex for his birthday. Wow, for brokers, TradeLocker is the biggest piece of shit platform ever. It's insane. Crazy stuff. Buy GMT2 Pepsi. I don't know. I don't know about GMT2 Pepsi. I want to look at for something like Oysterflex or something. Regarding SRC impulse entries, when there are wick rejections, is this something you look for, or you would wait for a break and close within wick rejections or potential wick fills? Yeah, I would look for a break and close in wick rejections. Yeah, I would look for a break and close in wick rejections so that those wicks, they become wick fills. So you're right. Those are potential wick fills. What is next plan on current situation? Nothing. There's no plan on current situation. We're just pushing bullish. There's no sells at this point. We're just pushing up. I think we can move up towards 36.15. $5 increments. Probably. Looking for support to form to buy it? Yeah. It's going to be better to wait for price to retrace and do something. So, that would be the plan. Pound yen over here, hopefully we're making this top wick to break below the low for price to push down. Possibly, I think that's going to be good. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. You think gold can reach 5K? No. Missed the trade in 1 hour time frame. Impulse market close above consolidation. It's going to create low, broke the low. Beautiful, David. Beautiful. That's exactly what I had in mind. That's exactly what I had in mind. I wonder where you got this line from, 36.11. Oh, this is at 36.10. Okay. $5 increment. I understand that now. I understand that. I get it. What's a good watch over here? Submariner? Maybe a gold submariner would be a good birthday gift, right? A gold submariner. I think that would be a really good gift. Or a Hulk. Yeah, a gold submariner would be a really good gift and a special number. I did not took the trade above 3600 in 30-minute time frame. I was looking for retracement. There was a rally of green candles. I was right on this. And he said, yeah, you were right of this. You were right for this. But now you have to look at the higher time frames and see how this made sense and make notes on this. That's all what it is. You don't have to get every trade, because a lot of times you will just be able to, like, read the trade, understand it, make notes for the next time it happens. Wow, this is a nice one. With date, not without, as they appreciate better. The guy I'm gonna gift it to, he doesn't give a shit about appreciation. Yeah, this is a nice looking watch. 94,000 dirhams, not bad. Not bad. Wow, not bad. So Marina with date, not go for Jubilee Belt. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But man, wow, look at that. We're still stuck at 36.10, 36.11, coming up very soon. MIB rate, good opportunity manager accumulation. Pound yen hasn't broken the low yet for price to push down. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing happening now. NASDAQ, wow, man, NASDAQ. I really wanted to start trading NASDAQ, but this thing moves crazy. This thing moves way too quick. You think you lose on gold? Try trading NASDAQ. NASDAQ is going to backhand slap you and not even apologize. That's what NASDAQ is. Wow, when it moves, man, it goes. Pound yen, nothing. BTC, 111. Who cares about BTC? Let's take a look at GBP USD. Wow, look at these spreads over here. Gold, 1 pip spread. GBP USD. GBP USD, 0.1 pip spread. Raw spreads. Wow, look at that. So I guess, this is a great example of an impulse entry on pound USD. Look at that on the 30-minute time frame. Very nice. Scale fix this. Yeah, this is a great example of impulse entry for price to continue to push up. Oh no, they sold that number. 130 pips running. Man, this thing is still pushing. Still pushing strong. Gold. Where are we tapping into? 36.15? Hopefully, 36.15 we can tap into.
The person you are calling is not available.
Okay, let's call this number here. Wow, 36.13 coming up and 36.15. This whole idea about, you know, gold pumping up in $5 increments is correct, I'd say. GPUSD GJ has broken the low here.
The person you are calling is not available.
Damn, what are you guys doing on Monday? Not working? Is there any offers for MT5 Simulator in following months? No. When Dominion Markets will add Kosovo, I think we have Kosovo. But what we are doing now is like we also have bonus on deposits. If you deposit more than $1,000 on ECN account, you get like a 35% bonus on deposit. When you were in a lost journey in the beginning, did your family say what sort of things are you doing? So how did you explain them to keep faith in myself and wait for results to happen? You know, my family never said to me, "What are you doing?" When I was trading. They told me, "What am I doing?" when I was doing door-to-door sales, and I left my job to do door-to-door sales, and the first month I made 0 sales. I made 0 money. So they would tell me every time, "Man, like, what are you doing? You're wasting your time. Go get the regular job. At least you're gonna start to make money." You know, but then I was like, no, I want to do this door-to-door sales because every sale will make me $1,400, and I know that kids next to me, they're making $10,000 a month, $15,000 a month doing door-to-door sales. You know, it's that belief I had in my mind that if someone else can do it, I can do it too. So first month, I made 0 sales, knocking on 100 doors every day from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. every day. I think I took a day off on Sunday or Saturday. I even knocked on Wednesdays. That's how strong my work ethic was. The first month, 0 sales. And they would say, like, "Man, like, look, you're married, you're gonna have a kid soon, you're making no money, blah, 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 you know, get that secure job." But no. You know, I had this belief in myself. And then the second month, I got 1 sale. And when you get that one breakthrough, let me tell you this. When you get that one breakthrough, which you've been looking forward to for a long time, you know that if you can do that once, you can do it 1,000,000 times over. You know, I think the second month I made about like 6,000. The third month I made 15. The fourth month, I think it was like 35. And then I started to hire agents. And then, like, you know, I think the biggest month we did was about $94,000. The biggest month, just door-to-door sales. Commissions only, door-to-door sales. That's it. So I've been making great money before I started trading. It's not like trading is making me get great money. I was already making great money. So when you're in a trade on MT5, how do you get your profit to show in pips rather than dollar amount? You just right-click and then you change something over here from pips, from money to points. There's a time in the beginning, my family talked after 6 months. I was one of the top 3. Yeah, man, exactly. Exactly. And you know what, to be honest, it's not like the family talks trash. It's because they love us so much that they can't, that they don't want us to see, they don't want to see us go through, you know, hardships. That's the thing. They love us so much, they don't want to see us go through hardships. That's why they say what they want to say. But when you really prove it to them, like, look, this is worth it, then they're like, yeah, okay, you know what? he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He's doing something we never did before. So that's the thing. Because working for commission only, it's like so scary for a lot of people. Because sometimes when I hire guys, I tell them like, look, there's going to be no monthly pay. You're going to be working on commissions only, and you should see their faces, man. They're just like, what? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean no pay every month? And I tell them, man, look, for the past 12 years, I've only worked on commissions only, no monthly pay. I was selling water filters, hot water tanks, furnaces, ACs, and osmosis filters. Those filters that go underneath your sink. Believe in numerology? Oh, yeah, I didn't know that about Rolex. I missed the trade, just got up and I was driving to work and missed it. Can you give some risk management tips on lot sizing? Yeah, there's a whole video on my YouTube about risk management. There's a complete video on YouTube about risk management. But I think we can tap into 3615. I think we can tap into 3615 here. Are you from India? No. Kosovo is not on the list. You talk too much. Hey. There was a point I couldn't talk, so I love talking now. Your audio is sounding less than what it sounds in general. I think you should turn up your speakers. I just checked for Kosovo. Oh, then it's not there. I'm sorry. GJ is looking like it's about to make a move. Yeah, I see that too. With the new 15-minute candle. Yeah. I think if this 15-minute candle breaks the low, then this will be an impulse entry and trend for price to continue to push down. How's German 40? I haven't tried German 40. Did you have a scaling plan when you started being profitable in trading? What kind of target did you aim for month to month? I honestly didn't have any targets month to month. I don't believe in having targets like a month to month, because if you have monthly targets and if you don't hit those monthly targets, then you start to put pressure on yourself to hit those targets. That's why I've never had a month to month target. My whole thing in the beginning was to withdraw enough money to pay my bills. Let's say car payment, insurance, like whatever, home insurance, gas bills, whatever, and then the main time was that, okay, if I can make enough money from the market to pay my rent, or if I can make enough money from the market to pay my mortgage, once you get to that level, then you start to understand what it's really all about. Because at the end of the day, it's not about having see, here's the thing. We all start hobbies to replace our primary income, and trading is a hobby, unless it starts to replace your primary income. And you have to look at it this way. What's your biggest bill? What's the biggest burden you have in your life? Your mortgage or your rent? Once your mortgage or rent is paid, man, the rest of the bills are a breeze. The rest of the bills, like I'm pretty sure you're not even give a fuck about the rest of the bills. Grocery, gas bill, who cares about that once your mortgage and rent is paid, right? So whenever you're trading, focus on to see, can you pay your rent or mortgage from trading? That's it. Don't worry about making $1 million a month, 100K a month, 10,000 a day. Don't worry about that. Just worry about paying your rent or mortgage every month from trading. And that's where things will start to change a little bit. I grew my $300 account to $900, and in one day I blew it up. What should I do? Don't overtrade. Why is your pound yen different chart from I can see from my broker and TradingView? I don't know what broker you use. I don't know what feed you're using on TradingView, but this is how the chart is. This is raw data over here. This is raw data. You are my hero. Thank you. Although I can't seem to access Dominion from Ethiopia. Man, don't take it the wrong way, but you got to access your brain first, and then you got to access Dominion markets from Ethiopia. It works, 100%. It works. Ooh, this is a nice watch, but a little too much for this guy. He's a nice guy, not that nice. Oh, damn. This is a nice watch. I think I should get him this. What do you guys think? Yeah, this is a nice one. 172,000 dirham. How much is this? 172,000 dirhams is what? 50K? 50K, 40K? 50, 40K, 172. 46,000. 46,000. Just waiting for my watch guy to wake the fuck up. Wow, retracement happening from 36.10. Pound yen has broken the low, probably an impulse entry in trend for price to push down. Looking at the 30-minute time frame here as well. Same thing happening. 1 hour candle still open, still running. So yeah, we'll see over here how this moves. Raja, you're being mean. No, I'm not being mean, man. I don't sugarcoat things. Do you have the same content on YouTube as MFU? No. I'm in this trade right now. GU took it based on a 1 hour 30 15 minute pulling back. It was secured some 15 minute heading numbers. What can I do to improve? Let's take a look at this. GU. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, just manage risk. That's it. Just manage risk. Because price didn't do what you expected it to do. So you just have to manage risk now. That's it. Just manage risk. There's nothing more you can do. There's nothing more. You tried your best. You know, the candle will close in about 9 minutes. Just manage risk. Bro, which is better to trade, crypto, futures, or Forex? I've only traded Forex. I can give you only advice on Forex. Did you focus on, nah, GJ, like 10 to 15 pips. 10 to 15 pips, because, you know, the ranges are smaller on pound yen. Look at the range over here. We break below the low. This range is like, you know, 30 pips. I'm from Pakistan. I'm suffering a lot in trading and I've lost $7,000. And that's the biggest mistakes, is that money is borrowing money. Kindly tell me, what can I do now? I only have $1,000. Well, you haven't hit rock bottom yet. You know, so you will find what you need to do once you hit rock. You know, the funny thing is, what? Wednesday, 6 p.m.? I think it should be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Sky Dweller, yeah, I have a Sky Dweller. What liquidity process dominion markets use? ECN or SDP or market maker? Said Shoaib Shah, don't take it this the wrong way, but your question, like you tried to sound very professional, but ECN and SDP are two different things. Market making is also like a whole nother thing. A broker can never act as a market maker. Market makers are acted by liquidity providers. They are the market makers. Brokers are not market makers. Brokers' job is to take the feed from the liquidity and to have it displayed for you on your terminal. So we are not market makers. Secondly, ECN and SDP are two completely different things. ECN is a account product, like ECN Standard Islamic, and then STP is completely different than market making and ECN. So your question makes no sense at all. Seems to be running good here on pound yen. Impulse entry and trend for price to push down. I hope you're having a great day. I'm having a great day. I just started 2 weeks ago, already 18% in 2 month simulation, 1% risk per trade. Man, amazing. Very, very well done. Beautiful. Do you do your live streams to your MFU students each day? No. Advise 9 to 5 worker or be a full-time trader. 9 to 5 worker. I'm new to trading. I have lost more than $20,000 with UAE fake brokers giving wrong signals. When I joined MFU, I got to learn something, but still didn't start trading. Oh man, just try, just start. You know, start with $1,000. Start with like, you know, $2,000-3,000 and give it a go like this. To be honest, I get a lot of calls from brokers in the UAE telling me, oh, they can manage my account, they can give me signals. It's all bullshit. Their whole job is to get clients in and to make them lose money. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Is that the same guy that asked the same questions? ABT, same. Yeah, same guy. Same guy. Sounds like our Dominion Markets A book or B book. Oh, Dominion Markets, we run a hybrid model business. There's no broker out there who is A book. There's no such thing as a full A book broker. No such thing as that. So you guys need to understand that. There are a lot of brokers that are B booked, where you get bad slippages, bad executions. And most of them they run a hybrid model. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter where someone is B book, hybrid, or A book. It doesn't matter. The only thing you should focus on is, can you get your orders in and out of time, and can you get withdrawals done in time? That's all what you got to focus on. That's it. And just win. That's it. Just win. I'm glad to be a student. Thanks, Akshay, just to confirm you the best. Thank you, man. Which is the best time frame? All time frames are best to trade. You just need to put everything together to make sense. Would you take sells if 30-minute candle closes bearish with a rejection wick? No. Nope. Not interested. Because it can just continue to push up. Not interested. Do I need to learn any concept after learning price action? Yes, learn a price action. YYQ is my dear friend Chris. Did you take that traded based on a 1 hour time frame? Yes, I did. 1 hour time frame. Should I approach gold? What? How should I approach gold? It breaks all-time high and missed the trade. Should I wait for buy or sell? You should wait for price to retrace and create some sort of structure. Didn't find any reason why GU started rejection. It is what it is. It is what it is. Most times price will go in your favor. Sometimes it will decide to not go in your favor. And there's going to be no reason for that. There's going to be no reason at all. And that's the trade of the market which we have to get comfortable with. Sometimes there's just going to be no reason. No reason, just decide to reject. And we got to say, okay, whatever. Pound yen is still stuck over here. Punjab, Pakistan flood, please help. How can I help you? How can I help you? There's some NGOs I work directly with in Pakistan, but there are many brokers whose regulations are considered more trustworthy than your broker. Sure, no problem. But did you know that the biggest crypto brokers that were heavily regulated, they went bust and no one got their money back? Regulations don't mean anything. It's just for optics. Regulations are just for optics and to run ads in different jurisdictions. That's all what it is. Do you use volume with price action as a confluence? Yes. By the way, Dominion Markets is also regulated. We're regulated by the FSC, and we just applied for a regulation here in Dubai. So we're going to be double regulated. Does that mean anything? Yeah, it means we'll be able to run ads in Dubai. That's it. That's all it's going to mean. I don't know how you do it, but every time you're live on London Open, there's volume. When you are not live, there's no volume. That's so funny. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure tomorrow there will be no volume. Yeah, I'm pretty sure tomorrow there will be no volume. Is Magic Keys a good instrument? Yes. Is Dominion market legal in Pakistan? Yes. And from Pakistan, you can deposit via local bank to Dominion markets from Pakistan. Via local bank, you can deposit to Dominion market. Via local bank. Let me show you how. Let's log in over it. Yeah, but man, now I think we're gonna start to reject. Let's like, yeah, or whatever. If you're gonna reject or continue, not sure at this point. We'll have to wait and see. Everybody's going to the party, have a good time. Suddenly got an idea. What is this? Ah, okay, that's a good idea. Crits, I like that idea. So this is what you gotta do. When you go to Dominion markets, okay? When you go to, just ignore the 6.3 million. You click right over here and you go to deposit via local bank, Pakistan. That's it. And then you hit this button at the bottom, send request. That's it. Follow these instructions and you're good to go. Let's take a look at GU. Wow, GU is just consolidating now. Yeah, this price action is just garbage on GU. Just garbage. Pound yen moved down about what, 9-10 pips, nothing. Can we deposit from India by local banks? Man, India local banks is very, very tough now. Very tough. Okay, gold, nothing. I think there's going to be some sort of retracement, create support, and then move up. Retracement, create support, and then move up. I think that'll be better. I think, yeah, Kasser will stream tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, with all this volume happening now, I don't think there's going to be much volume coming in. Are you sharing screen? Yes, I'm sharing screen, but I'm about to head off. I'm waiting for this guy to... There's no news on the TTP podcast? No, not yet. There's no news yet on the TTP podcast. But anyway, guys, I'm going to head off. We'll wait to see if we create some structure on gold. If we create some, impulse entry scenario on gold, I think that's going to be better for price to push up. But let's see how things develop after we made this all-time high, 36.13. Wow. For the first time ever, we've seen gold tap into 36.13. Legendary day today, Monday. For safety, Indian user can use crypto. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. All right. Anyway, it's a nice meeting. You're going to call it a day. Thank you, sir. Thank you. How many pips are considered to capture in any trade? 10 to 15 pips. 10 to 15 pips, but have a plan. Anyway, guys, take care. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Maybe, yeah, later on, I'm going to drop some analysis if we do start to create some sort of structure on gold. So we'll see. Adios. Amigos, adios.